Fear. It's the fear of anything foreign, anything alien. It's the fear of a different race or culture. It's the hatred of anything strange. Xenophobia. Coming from the Greek words xenos and phobos. It's basically just one big word for people being afraid of anything strange or different to them. Even Merriam-Webster says so. It's something so silly and simple, yet so powerful. And it's easy to see its effect in the news almost every day, as it is making life very hard for millions of displaced refugees. Imagine you just escaped a horrific war in your home country, and you are now fleeing to try and find safety in a big, new, intimidating country. A humanitarian organization takes your case and resettles you and your family in a nice little town in the state of New Jersey. Of course, the story doesn't end there. The governor of the state in which you were resettled has endorsed an extremely xenophobic presidential candidate. So now more than ever, your ethnic background and religion are frowned upon. And even worse, they're feared, since the terrorists who have committed atrocities around the world share these things with you. Church World Services, or CWS, is a non-governmental organization. Its main goal is to help refugee families who have settled in the area to cope with the hardship of relocating far from home. I got in touch with the director of CWS for Jersey City, Mahmoud, and went to his office. He was able to set up an interview with a Syrian refugee family who recently resettled from a camp in Jordan. This is Hussam Al-Rustom. He has a wife and 2 children. He and his family arrived here in New Jersey almost a year ago, but I'll let him tell his story.
والله بصراحة أنا وصلت أو نزلت من الطيارة كنت كتير خايف. كان في خوف من مستقبل جديد، من حياة جديدة، من مجتمع أنا ما بعرف عنه أي شيء. وقت اللي نزلنا من الطيارة كان باستقبالنا مندوب من مكتب CWS وهي كانت بثينة. ابتسامتها أو وجهها هيك طيب، يعني بخليك تحس بشوية أمان. تجي من مجتمع أو من مخيم، أنت عايش بخيمة.
لو الوضع في سوريا اتحسن انت تفكر ان انت ترجع، ولا انت شايف خلاص انت هنا وبداية حياتك جديدة وتأقلم؟
وحياتك المستقبل ما بعرف عنها اي شيء حاليا، بس طبعا في حنين للوطن، بس بوقتها اذا صار امور سوريا تحسنت فما بعرف شو راح يصير معي بوقتها.
Of course, the more immediate concerns of a relocated family, like food, shelter, and a job, take priority over the latest xenophobic hype. Nevertheless, their path, which is already hard, is made even more difficult by the cloud of ignorant hatred that hangs over them. However, refugees aren't the only ones dealing with this looming cloud of hatred. What about all the immigrants, illegal or not, who come here every day looking for ways to support their families?
Hey Martin. How are you?
Good, how are you?
This is Martin. Martin is our friendly neighborhood mailman. He is also one of the kindest, most genuine people I know. I asked him some very general questions on the topic, just to hear what he had to say.
This country is made great because of all the different people, the melting pot in New York. But today, I feel is a little different than it was when my ancestors and maybe your ancestors came, because they came here to make it their country.
Of course.
And when I work in the post office, there's a lot of immigrants, that come here and they get a job with the post office. And some of them come here because of the bad conditions in their country, and they come here to make it their own. But a lot of people that are coming now come here, and they'll tell you they only come here to make the money so that they can send it back to their family and then someday just leave here. And I don't think that's right.
So what is right? Does Martin have a valid point, or is he just influenced by bad media? The world we live in is not black and white. The goal is to get rid of this us and them mentality, because over time it turns into us versus them. In the end, it's up to all of us to think for ourselves.